Hello, welcome to my Liberation of Undermine Parade Prediction video series. Um, I am going to kind of just go through bosses. We have names and a little bit of information and some video stuff. So from that, I'm going to go through and uh, kind of do some predictions on what the boss might be like and what the strategies might be. So we are going to start off um, with Vexie and the Geargrinders. Okay, so I'm gonna move myself to an empty spot. And now you can kind of see. So I'm gonna have the text come up as well. You should see the text. I'm gonna read this off here. Just a little description of the boss, and then we'll kind of go through. So first boss is Vexie and the Geargrinders. Vexie Full Throttle has been paving a path of terror through the hearts of anyone her gang encounters. Answering Galliwix's call for aid, she and her crew are here to repay an old favor and add a few new grease stains to Undermine's streets. So taking a look at the video, or at the clip from the video here, and kind of just based on what was said in the Wowcast, let's kind of go over it. So I think it's going to be probably a two-phase fight. One where we fight the main tank that's there, you see, and then that'll be the first phase, and then P2 will just be avoiding the other vehicles coming out. You see some red lines that are there. It was shown that there's vehicles and they go through that path. So those red lines are going to be lines to avoid. The cars are going to go through and they're going to hit players if you stand in the way of that. So you don't want to be there. Yeah, otherwise, so the video also has a big vehicle, has the big tank doing a spin. So it's probably going to spin with some fires. It'll change positions. Probably for P1, I would think. So you'll have like, it'll start, the vehicle will kind of spin in, and then we start the fight. We do the things, P2 happens, and then P1, the vehicle moves to a different spot, does a spin with the fire coming out, and then we avoid all the fire, and then we go back to fighting it. There are some cannons that are being fired up there, so there'll be some swirlies that are going to be around the room to avoid, most likely. And yeah, that'll probably be during P1 and P2. Video also showed it happening there during P2 as well. So I'm going to assume that's going to keep happening the whole way through. Otherwise, what else? Yeah, so P2 where the other vehicles come out and there are lines to dodge. And that's the movement phase. And then there's also a large purple circle on someone. When they have zoomies, there's other players on the opposite side. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to move away. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna have to move away from other people for the circle, and then maybe we get hit with something. Probably some kind of bomb that goes off and gets dropped on someone, and you just kind of have to soak it. I'm wondering if that's gonna be like a tank mechanic, because that kind of feels like it might be like a tank mechanic. Yeah, so that's kind of all we can sort of glean from that. Let's see what else. That's all I have for my notes. Yeah, so again, lots of swirls move around. I'm just trying to think what else. The front is probably going to also dash kind of out, and it'll do like a smash to anyone who's in the front. That purple circle's got to be a tank mechanic. Like, it has to be. You know, you're gonna get hit by maybe that is the front smash that comes out. So like the vehicle turns to whoever has the purple circle, and then like it just pops out and just like goes all the way through the circle from where the person is to the back, so no one's gotta be in there. Maybe something like that. But yeah, it looks like that's definitely a send away. I literally thought that was gonna be like a group soak, but given where the person's standing, unless they just haven't moved over there yet, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, that's kind of it for this. I don't have a lot. It's a first boss fight, so it's gonna be pretty simple anyway. I don't think it's gonna be much more complicated than that. I don't think we're gonna have ads to necessarily fight. I think it's just gonna be dodgy. I'm wondering if it's gonna be almost cookie cutter to Algrax. Maybe. So yeah, I don't really know. On that one for sure. That's just kind of a guess. But yeah. All right. I guess that's. I thought maybe I'd have more, but no, that's all I have. All right. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in a few days for the next video. Bye.